For the next couple evenings, your view may look like this with these pop-up afternoon thunderstorms. We got that humid air in place, so as the day heats up, these storms bubble up and may not necessarily move through your neighborhood, but the view might be the same in that you'll see some dark clouds. And then that rain shaft or that heavy rainfall working in out of the thunderstorm itself. So this was outside of Milledgeville, sent in to us by David Laws. Thanks for sending in your storm photos, and definitely check out our 13 Weather Authority photo community to see more weather shots like this, and at times we may feature these photos during our newscasts. As we look at exact track right now, not a ton of activity out there, and this is similar to yesterday, and what we'll see throughout the rest of the week is that we'll have the storms bubble up in the afternoon, but the later we go into the evening, the closer we get to about 7 o'clock, these storms start to lose some steam because we're running out of a little heat to keep them going. So any kind of thunderstorm activity we see right now likely to continue to weaken. We had a couple stronger cells right around Durand, but again, those are showing some signs of weaker activity, likely fizzling out. Durand possibly getting a little more rainfall before the evening is over. Same for Buckeye and as well as Monroe. Monroe is where we see slightly stronger activity with possibly some heavier rainfall, but it will be brief as these storms aren't necessarily the biggest ones out there. These will be little thunderstorms that pop up this evening and over the next couple days. Storms near Lena as well as Stockton bringing some soaking rainfall, also fizzling out, so not likely to see much else for activity there. And by the time we get to 7:30, 8 o'clock, all of this activity is winding on down, and we'll have a dry rest of the evening, just like we saw as of yesterday, and get ready to rinse and repeat here for Wednesday and Thursday. As long as we have the humid air in play, we'll continue to have these pop-up thunderstorms. Don't rely on soaking rainfall, though. You can see how widely isolated these storms were. With that humidity, though, we've got prime ingredients for storms. Uncomfortable levels of humidity in some spots, like Roscoe. Beloit just updated. Dew point is 71, so you really feel that air, the moisture in the air. The spots that had some rain, though, looking a little drier with some lower dew points. Now, this pattern is going to keep repeating itself for the next 2 days. We have high pressure over the Carolinas. We have some low pressure overhead of the Panhandle region, and that is just helping funnel with this overall airflow. All of that humidity northwards. So that's why we have the stuffy air in play. Not much else moving in to kick it out just yet. Later this weekend, though, eventually a cold front breaks loose of the Rockies and brings in not necessarily a ton of cooler air, but noticeably drier conditions. Humidity goes down starting Sunday, and that'll definitely shut down this somewhat tropical pattern that we're seeing currently. For tonight, dry, 69 for the overnight low. We also see stuffy conditions and possibly some patchy fog, and then we're right back to it tomorrow. Morning starting out dry and humid. We get into the afternoon, rain chances overall remain low, but like we saw the past couple days, may see a couple isolated thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. 90 for tomorrow. If the rain doesn't move through, we're definitely looking at some heat, just like we saw today. Future track has clouds billowing up by about 11 o'clock. Spotty to isolated thunderstorm activity into tomorrow afternoon. Sticks around into the early evening, and then by about 7 o'clock, winding down again like we saw as of today, and not necessarily seeing widespread rainfall. Same goes for Thursday. Friday looking drier and hotter as a result of more sunshine. May see some storms this weekend as the cold front works through. And in your most accurate 10-day forecast, starting Sunday, we have lower humidity. Temperatures don't change much, but we see drier conditions, kind of like what we saw last week. Lots of sun, some heat, but not necessarily the muggy air, James.
Yeah, at least a little reprieve from the temperatures on top of that. Alex, thanks.